Brothers and sisters, Hotep family, thank you for acknowledging my birthday. I'd like to thank everybody that wished me a happy birthday. As we enter this new era of the era and the age of Aquarius, and according to the Mayan calendar, we were not supposed to be destroyed, so we're still here and we're still living. But what happens, family, is now this era, we entering an era of awareness, a connection with our spirituality, not a connection with religion. And a lot of times this is where the confusion comes in. For the family that don't really know my background, those that know me, I was born in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. I raised my family in Westchester in Greenburgh, New York. As you know, I was deep into the Worldwide Church of God, which was a fundamental church. So I studied the scriptures and Jesus Christ and the whole nine, Moses, Abraham. And what happens is that when we become religious, then we really think that it's our way or the highway. And we become self-righteous. And the fact that, you know, you guys are good people, but God is really, Jesus is really working with me. And unless you belong to my clique, to my church, you're not really righteous, but you're okay. But us, we're going to be the teachers in the world tomorrow. And we're going to have the job of teaching you heathens the way of God. Subconsciously, when you belong to a church and you belong to a religion, then whether you know it or not, that's the bottom line. The bottom line is our way or the highway. And I was a prime example of that. I alienated family, friends. When they see me coming with the Bible, they used to run. So I thank God for giving me knowledge, for helping me grow, for helping me not be so self-conscious, to know that there's other ways besides my way. And family, this is the age of awareness, of awakening, where now we have to get out of religion. Like the Bible says, come out of her, my people, and don't partake of the pledges that's going to come on us because of why? Our lack of respect towards other people's faith, belief, and religious system. What happens, family, is we have to understand one thing. We're born into a movie that's almost over. And a lot of us, we don't like to acknowledge history. So we're stuck with whatever someone tells us that this is the way to worship God. Let me just backtrack to 1492. This is just going to be a quick little history. Let us understand one thing, that when the Europeans and Christopher Columbus came here and they came into the shores, we were here thousands of years before Columbus got here. And they came with two things. They came with the sword, and they came with the gospel of Jesus Christ, sanctioned by the Pope. Okay, so they gave us the sword, and they gave us the Bible, and they took our land. Brothers and sisters, are you willing to tell me that our mothers and fathers were here for thousands of years and we did not know of God? You mean to tell me that we did not know of God when we kept a balance of order and harmony? When Columbus men came here, our mothers and fathers greeted them in harmony and peace. We did not know war, of mass murder and killing the way the Europeans gave us. And they took advantage of us. And in turn, they gave us the Bible. So I don't care if you're Muslim, I don't care if you're Christian, I don't care if you're Hindu. We have to come out of her, my people, because what they gave us has led to our destruction, had led to our disunity. They took away our spirituality and they gave us religion. Religion is do as I say, not as the Spirit of God commands us, which is in love and harmony and balance. They removed the nature, the order of nature, of us honoring our women, of us honoring our queens. They took away that, the matriarchal society that was based on the law of God, which is based on what we call Mother Nature. They gave us a patriotic society that's male-oriented, which means that the Catholic priest can rape your children And they look at it as passing the seed. Because when you remove the woman, that's what leads to homosexuality. When you tell a woman to be quiet, they cannot learn unless they learn from a man. This is what gives us the destruction of society. So brothers and sisters, we have to get back to our mothers and fathers. We're the ones that mapped out the stars. We're the ones that mapped out and knew about medicine and about harmony. So people, brothers and sisters, let's get out of us. Let's enter this era of Aquarius. This era is to have us honor our mothers and fathers once again. And if we honor our mothers again, then God can work with us. God can open up the universe. He can open up the vibrations that will connect us with God. Once we come back to who we are, then the soul of our ancestors are free. And once they're free, we can have connection with them. But what happens is that they tell us to wait and to suffer in peace and to turn the other cheek. And then you have books like the Apostle Paul that says, how many times should I forgive my brother or sister if they sin against us? And they say 70 times 70. That means, oh wretched man that I am, according to Peter, the good that I want to do, I don't do. Brothers and sisters, if you came up to me and say, yo, G7, how you doing? And I said, brother, you know something, man? I want to do good, but every time I want to do good, I do evil. I rape, I abuse children, I lie, I steal, and I do all the ungodly things that are contrary to my eye and the principles of love. And then you see me a couple of weeks later, and you say, brother, how you doing, G7? And I said, brother, I want to do good, but I steal, I lie, I molest children. After a while, you're going to say, brother, you know something, I think there's something wrong with you. You need help. But you know what happens, brother? If I tell you, I got the blood, and the blood set me free, then as a Christian, you obligated to forgive me. I could knock down your door, I can rape your child, I can rape your wife, I can burn you and your family. If they're Christian, they're obligated to forgive me. That is not the way of God. That is not the way of my eye. And that is not the way of consciousness. That is the way of a devil that wants to kill you. That is the way of someone that wants to abuse you. That is the way of indoctrination. So someone can have you forgive them as they kill us. Forgive them as they give us things that are contrary to God. Brothers and sisters, it's time for us to wake up. There's a church, a mosque, a Buddha temple in every other corner, and we as a people are classified in the United Nations as black, Negro, Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican. They classify us as dead in the eyes of the law. If we are a United States citizen, that means we are a corporate entity, and we've given away our sovereignty to people and institutions that are contrary to God. So brothers and sisters, come out of her. Acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge your mother. Let's get back to who we are. We are a conscious people. We are a spiritual people. We are not a religious people. We are not religious. Religion divides us. Spirituality connects us. So brothers and sisters, I'm going to be posting things now with more information. As you know, I'm not the best writer or speller, but I think I'm going to be doing a little bit more videos, and I don't know how to paste this and back and forth. I'm gonna learn, and I'm going to try to edify us with knowledge, with information, and hopefully with love. So brothers and sisters, I want to just thank you for acknowledging my birthday. I want to thank you for acknowledging yourself. And remember, we have to grow in the knowledge of God. We can't stay stuck on where we are, because if we stay stuck and we think we know, we become religious hypocrites and we become self-righteous like I was once. So those that say I don't know Christ, I study Christ all my life. All my life. So don't unfriend me because you don't think I'm a Christian. Don't unfriend me because you don't think I'm a Muslim. Don't unfriend me because you don't think I believe in Buddha. I believe in love, and I don't give a hell what religion you are, because religion is what keeps us divided. spirituality is what's going to set us free, and knowledge of who we are as a people. But we have to know who we were, and we have to continue to grow. We have to know history. Remember in 1492, when they came here, we were here and we was living in harmony. What happened in the last couple of 100 years? Look at the destruction of this planet. So have they given us something good, or have they robbed us of our purity? Have they robbed us of our humanity? Think about it. They came with a Bible and they came with a sword, and look at our condition now. So family, thank you for your time. Family, thank you for your love, and let us grow in harmony. If we don't understand something, right, we can't say a person's wrong. Let us not close our mind, because those that say, unless he brings this gospel, think about it. A man should leave his mother, a man should leave his brother, his sister, and his brother, and his sister, and your family, and wipe the dust off your feet and keep walking if they don't believe in a book. I mean, come on, what kind of God would tell you to leave your mother and father? God would not tell you to leave your mother and father and walk away if it's not written in a certain book. That is not the way of God. That is the way of an interpretation that somebody put in that book to have us isolated and to have us be slaves to a condition that's foreign to Ma'at, a condition that's foreign to universal love. So brothers, let's think. Let's not get tied down in thus says the Lord, a book that's contrary to our existence. Let us grow in love. Let us grow and let us reason together, and let us grow with the humanity of God, with the spirituality that will set us free, that will have us connect to the universe, will have us connect to the planetary bodies. That's a connection of God, and it's a connection of us. Let us grow in love, my family. So you will see more posting from me. And thank you very much for your time. And thank you very much for your love and your patience. I know it's not easy. I know I get a little bit, sidetracked and a little bit emotional. But family, please bear with me. I want you to know I love you. And I want us to grow as a people. And I want us to be free. Let us save our children. We always talk about the children, but the only way we can save them with proper information and proper history of who we are. So let's get back into the history books. Let's know and let's worship the God of our mothers and fathers that put balance into life and put the woman ahead of the family. So brothers, acknowledge your queens. Youngsters, acknowledge your queens. They're not bitches and hoes. Okay, this is what Hollywood and the rap game wants us to label them. They are precious souls that God put as the mother of humanity. So I look at God in the feminine principle of Mother Nature. So sisters, thank you. I love you, and you are our queens. And as the woman rises, that's how the men are going to rise. So I look forward to putting some more posting on YouTube and on the web. And everybody, thank you for acknowledging my birthday. I love you. Peace, brothers and sisters.